Alright y'all, what is up my beautiful people? It is 10:19 on this beautiful Saturday morning and there's snow outside. AKA, I'm not happy because I hate snow. Fun fact. This week on Just Another Way, it is collection week. I get to show off my concert memorabilia that I've collected over the past year, I think. I don't have much that from concerts before that because, you know, I wasn't thinking at the time. I think the first collected piece I've got from a concert was in 2015 from 5 Sauce, but we'll get into that later. All right, so last January, I think January 2nd of 2016, I saw a band called Weekend Riot, and they were on tour with another band that I really enjoy. Their name is The House on Cliff. I'll link them both down below. But from The House on Cliff, I got the drummer Mark's drumstick, threw that into the crowd, and I caught it. It's kind of funny because my friend Haley got one too. She picked it up off the floor, and you know, now she has a drumstick for a band she doesn't listen to. Anyways, I think from there I'll go into a show that I went to last October, which was October 2016. I think it was October. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I saw the Somerset at the Met in Pawtucket, Rhode Island, and I think it was in October. But anyways, the lead singer of a band called The Academy they're no longer together anymore, but they're one of my favorite bands to listen to. He was opening for the Somerset. His name is William Beckett. He's a very good singer. I love him so much. And he was standing at his merch table, and I got him to sign my ticket. Actually, hold on, I can verify that the concert was on October 18th. I was correct. But he signed this, and he spelt my name right after he spelt it incorrectly and told me to forget any of that ever happened because he didn't want to look dumb. Anyways, from that same show, I got a Polaroid of Joshua Montgomery from Somerset, and best $5 I've ever spent. I think it was 5. It was either 5 or 10. I don't remember, but it was a great show. This is going out of order, but I think I'm just gonna go over the last two well, actually, I went to a concert last night, so the two concerts that I went, the first two concerts I went to this year. So the first concert that I went to this year was Water Parks. If you don't know them, they're a great band. I'll link them in the description below because y'all should listen to them. They're pretty great. Anyways, their lead guitarist, Jeff, has these cute little pics, well, guitar pics, not like actual pictures. These cute little guitar pics, and I actually got one. Danny did too. I posted it. I showed it, I pointed it out to her on the floor because she was closer to it than I was. And I was like, there's a pic right on the floor. But with mine, he actually threw it into the crowd, but it didn't get very far, and I caught it, which is great. And then 2 days after that, I went to see Panic at the Disco at the DCU Center in Worcester, Massachusetts. And they did the Girls, Boys Hearts project, I guess. And I got myself a green little heart. It's pretty great. Anyways, I think I could move on to Warped Tour now. So this is Warped Tour 2016, July 13th at the Xfinity Center in Mansfield, Massachusetts. So Jess and I started off the day, she picked me up from my house. And, you know, we drove to Mansfield, was jamming out in the car. And she knows somebody, she has connections, I guess. But we were able to get a wristband so we can get in early, and we had a blast. But we actually ran into Nick Major, and if you don't know who he is, he's the how do I say it? The man himself, I should say, Nick Major. He's the social media runner, I guess, for Alternative Press, all throughout Warped Tour and even now. He runs the Alternative Press Snapchat, Instagram, all that. And he was doing something last Warped Tour, and he was, if you were the first person to come up to him and show him you were subscribed to the Alternative Press YouTube channel, he would give you a one-of-a-kind friendship bracelet. And I was that person. So I don't know how many dates there were for Warped Tour last year, but one in that many I have. Yeah, this is... I also have little snippets of bracelets that I use to like meet bands. So this one was for like a signing that Mayday Parade did. Yeah, Mayday Parade. MP, Mayday Parade. They did a signing and you did a wristband for that, and if you didn't have one, you couldn't get anything signed. But luckily I did, because I got my album signed. And for 2 other meet and greets, one was for Tonight Alive, and one was for, it doesn't say it, but one was for Too Close to Touch, which is one of the bands that opened up for water parks last week. Anyways, I think the last big thing I have from Warped Tour was when I met Sleeping with Sirens. You know, the usual. They signed this. They were doing the like. They were giving out like cards from a deck of cards, and if you got one of those, you can get a poster signed and like meet the band. And so Jess and I were lucky enough to get one of each, and her dad got one. So there was a limited amount, and we were able to get our hands on some of them. And yeah, that happened. Jess actually met Kellen after the show as well. It was I wasn't there because I actually met up with my brother because he wasn't anywhere near where I was. Anyways, from there, I guess I'll just share this. This is my Pit bracelet from Halsey. Now, funny story. My friends Lexi, Jenna, and I, we all got Pit 2 tickets, but because we got there so early, and we stayed out there from like a very early hour, they gave us Pit 1 tickets, and we actually ended up being second row instead of like halfway in the back of the arena, which is fun. Now here is the big part of my little concert memorabilia collection. I was gonna say tour, but that would make sense. This is my 5 Seconds of Summer Five Sauce. This is my 5 Sauce collection. Okay, so I don't know where to start. I guess we'll start from the beginning, like 2015 Rock Out With Your Socks Out. If you follow 5 Sauce, you know that the first fan project happened in Boston at Brighton Music Hall on July 1st, 2013. They held up orange hearts, and it was so cute, and I wanted to cry because I was supposed to be there, but I wasn't able to go. But the first fan project happened, and it was orange hearts, and it was the cutest thing. And actually my friend Wilma brought it back in 2015 when they played a headlining tour at Xfinity Center. So I helped her make 1,000 hearts. Well, obviously she had more help as well because the whole arena had orange hearts. And it was the cutest thing. I know I've said that like 3 times, but I'm just gonna keep saying it. But I've kept the stencils I used for making the hearts because I ordered a lot of paper and it took a lot of time. And thank you to anyone that helped me because I was not able to write out everything because my hand was killing me. Yeah, that was fun. I'll get my tickets out from Rock Out With Your Socks Out. This one was for... So this was my ticket for the Xfinity Center show in Mansfield, Massachusetts. I went by myself. I was originally supposed to go with someone else, but they dropped, so I sold their ticket, and I got Callum section. My favorite. I was able to get Callum section. Like, I was able to get a ticket in his section, I should say. Then for my friend Kaya's 16th birthday, we went and saw them at the Xfinity Theater in Hartford, Connecticut as well. And that ticket was also located in, well, that seat was also located in Callum section, and we were very close to the stage, and I was just mind blown at how good they could be. How good they were, I should say. So for the Xfinity Center show, I had brought posters, and I had brought my camera, the one that I'm filming on right now actually. But they wouldn't allow me to bring it in. I cried very much, and I cried because they made me throw my posters away. Wasn't very fun, because the woman that was sitting next to me also had her camera, and it was the same camera that I own. So I was like, why would they allow you to bring yours in, but not mine? So I had to put it in, like, I don't even remember where I had put it, but I think it was like guest services or something, and they had to put a tag on it, and I couldn't bring my camera inside, and all my hard work that went into the posters that I made was not able to be shown. Now, this past year, 2016, I saw Five Sauce 5 times. Now, it was a very great time. I learned a lot from it, and I made a lot of friends. I met a lot of new people, and I traveled a very far distance. But we'll get into that later. So the first 2 shows of the tour were located at Mohegan Sun Arena in Uncasville, Connecticut. So I actually met my friend Beth. I met her over Twitter like 2 weeks beforehand, and I stayed with her in a hotel with her mother. Now I originally had different tickets. Like, I was supposed to be in section 14 for night 1, and then like section C for night 2. But we had this whole plan, and it worked, so I ended up being front row for Five Sauce both nights. Now, I never thought that I would be able to say that, because I've never been that close I've never been that close to a concert before, and 2, it's Five Sauce. Like, you don't get your hands on front row tickets for Five Sauce very easily, and I was able to do that. But I got GA for both nights on Michael's Pit, and here are the bracelets to prove it. We got a VIP bracelet here, and then I freaked out a little the first night, so I kind of ripped my VIP bracelet, but they gave me a brand new one when they saw the ticket, because it was already X'd out, because they did ticket like scanning earlier in the period, I guess, for soundcheck. Now, that's another thing. This past tour for Sounds Life Feels Life, I was able to go to soundcheck 3 out of 5 dates. Now, those 3 dates were the 2 shows at Mohegan Sun Arena and then Xfinity Center in Mansfield, obviously. And I wish I could proudly wear these lanyards every day of my life, but I can't. So they're hanging up in my room with my posters that I got, like the limited edition collector's posters that they sold at each show. I have tacks everywhere, and I just hang them up, and I really like it. Now, with the other 3 shows I went to, here's a ticket for Xfinity Center. And then after that, I went to their show at MSG. Now, if you don't know, that was their first ever time headlining Madison Square Garden, and it's sold out. Think about that. It's sold out. They sold out Madison Square Garden. And that's the biggest deal. And I was there to witness that. And I was also there to witness Girls Talk Boys live for the first time. Now that was something to talk about. Now, about the long distance thing. My friend Lexi and I traveled over 2,000 miles to see 5 Seconds of Summer in Texas. You heard me right, Texas. We went to the last date of the tour in North America. Well, I should say the United States of America, because they went to Mexico and that's in North America. Anyways, yeah, we went to Texas. We went to the Cynthia Woods Pavilion, which is in the Woodlands in Houston, Texas. We traveled from Boston to New Jersey, and from New Jersey to Houston, obviously, and it was just an amazing experience. We met 2 girls, and they showed us the way. We gave them our extra tickets because we had switched. We originally had Callum seats on his side, but we found better seats on Michael's side, and we were 4th row. It was pretty great. But here we have a nice little Michael ticket. This is the bracelet that we got because our ticket came with VIP parking. And then here are my soundcheck bracelets that you got with the soundcheck lanyard and soundcheck experience, I should say. Now here comes my favorite part. These. Now if you don't know what these are they're Callum's bass guitar picks. Now, here's a fun fact. Callum Hood is my favorite human being alive, and I have 2 of his picks. All I have to say is make friends with security, because that's how I was able to get these. Because one landed on the floor when he threw it, and then one was just standing on, like, laying on his stand, still in the holder. Make friends. Now, obviously, I have more tickets because I've been to a lot more shows. Actually, last night it marked 36 and counting. But I have more tickets at my mom's house. I don't have them right now, so I can't show you them. But yeah, I think that's all I have, and I'll see you next Saturday. JK, I'm not Jess.